Monster kill!
Battle begins.
These are their best abilities to deal damage. One thing that Team Liquid does not have is tower damage. Having Batrider, Timber, Ursa, you're gonna have a hard time closing out the game. You might go for the kills, you might go for pickoffs, but in terms of sieging the towers, especially tier 3s, this is gonna be very difficult.
Yeah, so Sumail's gonna have an okay time. He'll get his farm on Kotl, get that Spirit Vessel you want. Faceless Void Chen, like you said, they don't have that much damage, but they're pretty good at sustaining. So if they're able to kind of get their levels up and get a good amount of farm on Dreamer Cell, maybe they can make their way out of this laning stage. Now, Timbersaw is going to cut the wave and get good damage on tower. That's going to happen regardless. So it's going to be about filtering Dreamer Cell away from that bot lane into the jungle. But the final lane is the one that I'm most worried about. Wyvern Axe against a Dazzle Ursa. That feels like Liquid are going to just stomp that lane. Unless there's some magic from MC and GH with creep manipulation, dragging waves around, getting their levels that way to try and
at
dodge
early
the
levels,
Ursa damage.
it's not too bad. At early levels, Axe plus Wyvern should do fine, but as they get more levels, more heals on Ursa, and like getting more points in his passive, it's gonna be that easy. But I wouldn't say it's too bad for Nigma, because you have a lot of damage from Arctic Burn plus Battle Hunger. If someone is zoned out, if Dazzle tries to play on a side lane, he's gonna get harassed quite a lot. But yeah, in game, it's gonna be quite hard. Having heal from Wyvern, like the Team Liquid's damage is over time. You have, like, they want to have these prolonged fights. They don't necessarily need to go in and blow someone up. So having Fury Swipes, sticking up palm charges, Timbersaw going in, using Whirling Death multiple times, stealing your charges, getting reactive armor in and out of the fights, Tiny resetting his combo. They don't fully commit ever, other than Lasso. So that's a big bonus for Team Liquid, which means that they can fight all the time. They do threaten Roshan relatively early. This is Ursa Radiant, which means, again, tower falls, you play top part of the map, enemy always need to be careful about it.
Yeah, it also does make sense for Nigma here with all the reset tools they have. Winter's Curse, Chrono, maybe just to delay this game, use them defensively the first 2-3 times. And maybe with this MC Axe, is he the one stun they have? And they've got Curse and Chrono, yes. Maybe some Chen creeps. But primarily their catch is going to be his Blink Dagger. So that timing, maybe after the Vanguard. We'll see how he does. With the top rune, Insania going to grab it. 3 for Liquid, but the Dazzle, he's dying here. Boxy needs to Avalanche to keep Insania alive.
A bit surprised Insania decided to go in there aggressive like that, considering he already used the Poison Touch. Maybe he was relying on Boxy, like, immediately popping it. But yeah, a bit risky there, so we'll need to go back to base. TP to the bottom lane. Axe does have a point in Battle Hunger. We'll immediately pop it on Matu, try to deal some damage. Couple of right clicks, GH ready with the Arctic Burn. So Ursa, a lot of slow on him.
Yeah, exactly what they need to do. Try and win this regen trade early on. Get themselves to level 2, level 3, and then think about lane manipulation. But Matu and Insania, Dazzle returns to the lane, and they are immediately on to MC with the Poison Touch and the Fury Swipes. It's all stacking up, and MC is the first blood.
And the Courier.
Courier down as well.
And GH.
In trouble.
And Tower, just kidding. Calm down.
And Roshan. And the throne has fallen.
Oh, very aggressive. I guess Axe also didn't expect for them to dive like that aggressively. Missing a couple of CS, because Ursa right now is sitting at the 4. There's also a big camp available because there was a fight happening. And that means that they can pull the lane back. On the top lane, Zai should have easy time. Like, he's really not threatened. That means that Boxy will be able to roam around the map and do whatever he wants. You need only level 3 on Timbersaw, and that's about it.
Here's an easy time. Dragon waves around. Boxy also trying to get to his level 2. He cracks it, so now he has Avalanche Toss if he wants it.
Mickey 8, stick Napalm charges on Keeper of the Light. Will need to fully retreat.
So he will, yeah. Sumail now hits level 3. These runes controlled up by Mickey, so refills the bottle. Kotl with that movement speed as GH dead down bottom. Matu and Insania doing a hell of a lot of damage down there.
And now the lane becomes very difficult. Like, I don't think it was supposed to go this way. Matu, level 3, has another point if he wants to put as a slow in Urchok or points in Fury Swipes. We'll get Orb of Venom delivered pretty soon. Plus the Boots of Speed. You're not going to be able to run away from it.
Yeah, I gotta try and drag that wave back to your tower. Oh, what's Boxy up to? 3-minute runes coming up. He's trying to block camp. Stop Kuro from getting any of those medium camp creeps.
Good old blocks. He picks up the tree. And now we'll deal some damage to Chen. It's very difficult to trade against it.
It doesn't want to go for the bounty rune, though. Let's Kuroki take it. It does mean Chen is now kind of isolated off to that right-hand side in the forest. Zai's Timbersaw, only 6 last hits in this top lane, 17 for Dreamer Cell. And Boxy did drag the wave under the tower, so that's where a few of them went missing, and he does have another wave arriving now in towards him.
Yeah, that's
it's all about the levels.
Waves pretty much coming next to him, and yeah, as you said, it's all about getting the levels. Kuro will get the pull off.
That's a massive,
and now it's a triple wave. Yeah.
And no real way to kill him. Level 2 reactive armor up, while mid lane Sumail. Oh, he's being dived by the Batrider. 4 stacks of napalm. Mickey with the Firefly gets the solo kill. The Kotl can die to the Batrider.
Mickey tipping Boxy, because Boxy showed up and did absolutely nothing.
Well, he threw a tree at some point. Did he? Did he throw a tree
did he?
at the Kotl? It was on cooldown.
Okay, that's about it. Okay.
I think he was coming in. I'm roaming. I'm ganking. I'm
damaged by hero. We saw it there. And now Zai, level 4.5. Things are gonna start to become more difficult.
And MC down bottom again. Poison touches on him. Matsu trying to get towards the axe. And with the slow, it looks like it's enough. He's got boots and Orb of Venom to Earthshock forward. Find yet another kill. GH out in the open now. This river, not safe for him. He will be able to fly back towards his tower, though.
They're so aggressive.
Being eyed up again. Boxy Avalanche looks for the toss. The tree toss into Sumail. Is that enough? Not quite.
He's trying. He's trying real hard. Where's the tip, Mickey? Maybe it's on cooldown.
Hey, where are your tips now, brother?
So Ursa, like Matu's playing super aggressive. These are the type of the heroes that I love the most watching Matu play, where he just ditches the lane, doesn't care too much. He still has 25 CS, but if he sees an opportunity, he's gonna say, screw it, I'm gonna go for a kill. And going for the Battle Fury next. We've seen 2 different builds. One is Diffusal Blade, the other one is Battle Fury, which does allow you to scale much better. GH, he might be in trouble, because Matu's trying to find an angle. That's an angry bear.
And they see Insania coming in from behind. They've got a pretty shallow ward there, watching to try and protect the triangle, which has been stacked up. Batrider coming across, but he's not going to join Insania here. This is just Dazzle alone for now. Chipping away at GH. Matu, oh, he's going to cut across. Gets in towards the Wyvern. Going to bring him down. All the Blinding Light pushes him around. So Matu now has to TP home, and there's no Berserker's Call here. Will get
Axe is
himself
level
back.
3 only. They're gonna need some big stacks for Axe to come back into the game. There's multiple ancient stacks right now. And in the jungle, Kuro, no stacks. It's like things are gonna get very difficult because your playmaker did get shut down. This is Axe. I mean, Keeper of the Light can still be it. Gonna head to good timing on Boots of Travel. We're talking about 7 minutes into the game, and Boxy will lose his career. Problem is you have Chen Vibrant. Like, you can't really move and get stuff done. When you play as a unit, sure, but then you're gonna be losing out on the XP, and the Boxy steals some of the C. Boxy is very annoying.
There's no stuns. There's no stuns. EP scrolls, so much value this game.
And Zai finally getting some CS for himself in terms of net worth. Where is he sitting at? In the middle of the pack, but it's a Timber Saw, so he can could potentially explode, and Chen also being very annoying to him, using the mana burn creep.
Oh man, yeah, this Bat and Ursa, they're the big threats on the map. As we say, Mickey, he already has Boots of Travel, and he has stacks to clear. He's very quickly going to get towards his BKB. It's 7 minutes in, he has Bot's Bottle already. And Kuroki, Zai out of mana, no Soul Ring. He's got 6-1 charges. Is he going to go for this? Oh, of course he is. One more Chakram does the job.
Oh, Chen didn't pop his sticks. He had 10 magic stick charges available. I guess he didn't expect this damage to be done as quickly.
And then we've got Matu. Very deep, already used his Enrage, trying to get high ground to find GH. Dreamer Cell with a time dilation, looking for the bear. And a good Illuminate from Sumail. They're going to find Matuma Man here, but the Grave keeps him alive a little longer while the Chrono zones out Insania. Finishing
He could have tried to TP out.
Being burnt alive by the Firefly. Wyvern down, and Boxy, he's in here with Insania and Mickey. They'll chase MC. Firefly about to end, though, and Mickey very low.
Oh, those bashes.
With the bashes. Going to take down the bat.
Another one.
As well. Okay.
I guess he was not... thinking about that possibility. Did have lasso, but Dreamer Cell coming in clutch with his stuns. I think Ursa could have TP'd out, because at that moment, Axe was level 4. They had no stuns available. He was out of the chrono. And with that Grave on, it would give him enough time to TP out.
And maybe another attempt here on Matu. Mind Control and Sumail, they're onto this bear. He's got no enrage and he's dead again. 2 in a row. So Nigma making it work. Even with all of that laning phase presence from Liquid, it's still a very dead even game.
Yeah, we're gonna see that again, because he was not inside the chrono. He got the bash, like, and could have tried to TP out. But it is what it is. Mind Control. Farming some big juicy stack in his triangle right now. Okay. Dreamer Cell God with those bashes.
Yeah. Oh, he needed them. Desperately. So Mask Madness done on the Void, heading into Maelstrom next. That's going to amp up the damage for Nigma here. And Liquid still wanting to get one of these tier 1s. Now, top should be falling reasonably soon with Zai able just to tank the tower. Observer Ward from Dire there. On the tower position, basically, with GH lurking in the shadows. But still no level 6 for the Wyvern. Try and chip away at some of these creeps as best he can. And you said it, Liquid definitely going to struggle with the tower damage this game. Batrider unable to do too much in the mid lane. And 10-minute rune spawns bottom for Sumail, fortunate for him. While Matu has been zoned away from bottom, allowing Dreamer Cell to get some good tier 1 damage in.
This is a dead tower. Unless Batrider decides to make a rotation. Tiny, level 5 only. We'll need to find some space. Box is 0-0-0, so that 3-throw didn't actually do anything. It didn't slow him down. That mid kill we were talking about, and Mind Control finds an opening.
Yeah. Picks off Insania, the one that tried to defend bottom tower. And Mickey did TP down here, but he's immediately fireflying back into the jungle, knowing that there's no real opportunity for him to stick around. And how quickly Nigma move into this forest. Boxy, Solar Bind is on him. Blinding Light to push him into the Illuminate. And Mind Control Kuro following through with a nice second Illuminate. Sumail claims the Tiny's life.
And on the bottom lane, Dreamer Cell with the catapult will be able to kill this tower. Same thing happened on the top lane. Zai. Zai's going for a very greedy build. He thinks, you know... okay, changes his mind. I was about to say it. He had Kaya queued up as his first item, but going for the Yule Scepter, which is going to have a Dispel mechanic against Spirit Vessel. Oh, Mel's not going for Spirit Vessel right now. He's going for Force Staff, which is something that I heard pros talking about. It's like, why don't you buy Force Staff on Keeper of the Light? Because the cast range that you get from Spirit Form is pretty nuts. Yeah. And then you can use it on yourself, you can use it on your allies.
Even use it on enemies as like an aggressive Force Staff in.
Yeah.
Like Batrider.
I like the way you think. Always aggressive, Gary. Always. I remember that one time when you got us into a bar fight. Just kidding.
Yeah, where was that? Have we ever been to a bar together? I don't think so.
Manchester.
Manchester. Oh, God. That's one of the few places I would absolutely not want to be in a bar fight. Northerners, they know how to drink and they know how to throw fists.
So Liquid try to go for Roche attempt, but nothing happened. They are using a scan. Not gonna connect on anything.
Ah, nobody there. This has bought so much time for Nigma. I really thought they would have no opportunities, but DreamerCell showing with his Chrono and Mask of Madness that Boxy is easy pickings. Sumail down here with the boots of travel. GH was ready with a curse if Liquid wanted to react. But they are in the Roche pit now, losing Boxy for an attempt on the big man in the pit. Feels though that Nigma can probably go and contest this. Half health Roche. Sumail smoked. And
he might be able to use Blinding Light, get them out of the pit, and that's exactly what happens.
And now they've got Dire Creep inside, spotting out this Roshan attempt. Matu going to be forced away with the Battle Hunger. And he's got to be careful. Zai, pretty low HP as well, doesn't really want to get involved in a long drawn-out fight here.
This is where Nigma is super strong. They do have Chen with Mech Hand of God ready, and also Curse plus Cold Embrace. Very difficult to fight into this DreamerCell. No Chrono, however.
Matu's in. He's focusing, but the Battle Hunger, the Berserker's Call, the curse to turn around onto this poor Boxy Tiny. Roshan's still alive. DreamerCell goes into Bastion, always low, and he snatches the Aegis. Killed by Liquid, but grabbed by Void. The lasso now onto Sumail, but the heal. Oh, it's not enough. Ripped apart by the Chakra of Zai, while Mind Control, he's got stacks of swipes on him, and Axe ripped apart by Matu. Now Liquid on the chase, hunting down one after another. Kuroki, and he stuns to stop his TP. Ooh. Nothing comes.
Boxy was not there. These are the type of fights that Liquid needs to take. They need to bait some of their big abilities. Hand of God down, no Winter's Curse, which means that we talked about like the damage over time. The stat. One team has Axe, the other team pretty much has stacks. Ursa with the Fury swipes, Batrider sticking up palm charges, Timbersaw with his reactive armor. So they want to have these fights where they go in and out multiple times. But yeah, nicely done by DreamerCell. He jumped in, managed to steal that Aegis, and now for 4 minutes, he's not going to be target of any ganks.
Yeah, and getting it out of the hands of Matu's Ursa, who is still trying to get to that Battle Fury. Definitely makes life a little rougher for Matu. Well, it looks like Mind Control. He signaled on the map that he wants to sit triangle for a little bit. Not too far away from his Blink Dagger, which feels like an absolute necessity in these fights to keep them going, buy more time for the heals and sustain that Nigma are bringing. Well, look at them all grouped up mid. 5 heroes. On for the tier 1. Zai, the only one trying to really defend this. I mean, Insania will join him now. But it's not a fight Liquid really want to be taking. Mickey wants to get his BKB, needs to clear out bottom wave. Matu with his Battle Fury would love to continue farming. He can join a team fight, but there's no Boxy here. He wants a Blink Dagger, so a very nice realization from Nigma. But there's this period of time where Liquid want a few additional key items, and they'll get the tier 1 basically for free.
Zai doesn't care. He's like, well, try to go on me, maybe bait some spells. Spirit Vessel is not gonna come on Keeper of the Light. Just a casual earn for now, and now going into Lotus Orb to remove those sticking up palm charges that we talked about. I want to see him scale. I want to see him go for items that will allow him to scale in this game.
Chrono. Catching out Mickey's Batrider down bottom. There's a lot of bashes and Maelstrom procs from DreamerCell to maybe get the finishing touch. There it is. Oh, Bash Lord himself. Stunned now, yeah.
He's pretty skilled with those bashes, gotta say. Nicely timed bashes.
Ah, you can trust this man. Still 2 minutes left on Aegis. BKB queued up next for him as Zai. He is gonna find GH.
Ooh, Hand of God.
Surrounded by Nigma now. Good Yules on MC to stop any further initiation. And that's Zai out of there.
MC about to finish his Blink Dagger, and that's gonna be their form of initiation. Berserker's Call about to be maxed out. So that's going to be their long duration disable. Even though they do have Faceless Void, which is a kind of like guaranteed lockdown at this point, considering how Dreamcell is playing.
Oh, Mickey going for a cheeky play on Sumail top. In from the trees, drag him away. A little bit closer towards Matumba Man, but needs to close the gap. As Kuro has come in here with a mech and a bit of heal on Sumail. He's been saved up by MC with a call. Kotal survives. Mickey about to die under this tower. He's dunked down into the ground. Matu did kill Kuro in the back while Boxy arrives. Secures the kill on the keeper. What's next for them? Boxy gonna walk into the Chen creeps. Mind control has the blink call. But Zion and Sania both nearby means the turnaround play from Liquid is available. Mind control now wide out in the open while Dreamocell stunned up. The grave on Boxy a little early, but it doesn't seem to matter too much. Aegis popped. Nigma lose 4. And Dreamocell with no chrono can't continue.
Yeah, like, they have no chrono, they have no axe, very limited, some skills overlapping as well, using curse plus call, still managing to kill the Batrider. And finally, Batrider does have a BKB. The Solar Bind's causing a lot of issues for him.
Oh, the jump in for Boxy. He's found the Wyvern, but GH and Kuroki able to slip away from that for now. I'm gonna deny on the tier 1 coming. Kuro
again with the deny. Last time he did it with the Ogre Vampire Mage. Insania looks pretty dead here.
Oh yeah. Stacks for Axe.
This is what, like, because
harvested.
Axe was one of the heroes. Well, no, not Axe. Dazzle was. No. Because Dazzle was one of the heroes that became like super popular DPC Tour 3 and also during the major. I wanted to see more Axe to be able to dunk people down through it. Didn't happen. I think Team Spirit was the only team that actually picked Axe once or twice in the Arlington major. And yeah, we can see it here. Old school response to good old Dazzle.
Dunk him down. I like the fact it says harvested. 4 armor harvested by Axe's Culling Blade. He's an actual farmer. Cutting him down, blinking and calling, missing it out. A trap Matu with a Centaur Stomp and a Hellbear Slap, but Kuroki, even under that cold embrace, not saved from Zai's pure damage. Double killing the 2 supports. Kill off the Chen army now as well, as Liquid swarm into that top jungle.
Ooh, Boxy might be able to find Axe. Oh, he's using a scan. He knows exactly where he is. Needs someone to get there, and nicely done. Tosses him onto the creep wave. Knows Batrider will be able to get the lasso off. Well, let me just check that real quick. Okay, I was like, yeah, you can do that. You can call people and TP out, but it's a 3 points in Berserker's Call.
Yeah, 2.8 second duration. Not quite enough. So what was that, a 0.2 second window for Mickey to get that lasso in just enough? On GH, Yule's up. Zai is now at the point with his Kaya Sands that he can hunt and kill anybody on the map. The unstoppable Timbersaw. 603. Oh, we do still have some...
Go ahead, Gary.
Still some problems for Liquid in terms of taking towers. The second Roshan, like, vitally important they get it, isn't it?
They need to take fights and then group up, take the towers, because something we mentioned when we saw the draft is it's Batrider, literally 0 damage on towers. Timbersaw does some, but when we talk about the tier 3 towers plus Ursa, things do get very difficult.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, our producer is showing flamethrower. This is the way to go.
Get that shot.
After picking up Yule's Scepter, Zai did go for Zaya and Sanj, and now going into Lotus Orb.
A bit of a stretch, but I'll give you that one.
Okay, this one, this one was, maybe I should say it, maybe I should not, but no, throw it out there so I don't use it during like semi-finals or the grand finals, God forbid.
Yeah, it's a tester. It's a tester. I'm glad you did say it, though, even though, yeah, it was like mildly funny in its own right, but the fact you said it made it funnier.
It's a chuckle. It's a chuckle because I'm
Sensible
stupid.
chuckle.
Like that's yeah. It's like it's not about the joke. It's about like laughing about my IQ. And yeah, now Batrider, Etherland's done. So that means that he's gonna be able to get those initiations from a longer distance.
Go on, who's gonna scout the Roche? Alright, get in the pit. Chakram, as he respawns. Perfect timing. And Liquid, it looks like they want to gather and smoke around Insania. Grouping with the captain. No vision for the Dire team up in this top part of the map. The only observable they have is down south. I do have a freshly placed one at their outpost right now, but look at this smoke from Liquid. They're not going the natural kind of clockwise route. They're going anti-clockwise through the mid lane. Might come in contact with Kuroki first. Let's see. Who do they spot? They'd love to find Sumail farming this large camp. Dangerous territory to be in. And the jump in from Boxy. They see Sumail. They tried to go for Kuro. The call is on the bad, but Matu, he's in. Grave and Curse overlapping there to keep Mickey alive through any kind of initiation. While Dreamer Cell Yules struggling to get any real damage or control in, and now lassoed up through his BKB. GH being bursted down by Zai, and Matu can open up on him. Unleash the damage on the Dreamer Cell now, and the Chrono only on Zai.
Only on Timber.
That's not what you need, and Sumail can't do the damage into it. GH buys back and mind control over the call and Matu, but he's so tanky. This bear with 21 charges. Where's the Grave? Where's the save?
They're
Where's
pushing him back.
He's not there. He's dunked down. Zai tossed back in towards MC, but Dreamo Cell with his time dilation has a Mask of Madness and another time walk forward. Sumail tries to go high ground, and they see Boxy now. Matu being down means a lot of the damage from Liquid has been removed, and Nigma...
And another one harvested.
Insania spotted out by the sentry now, and in comes Nigma. They grave up the Dazzle, but he's dunked as a 6th stack is harvested by Mind Control.
One of the most satisfying sounds in the game is Axe dunking someone, or Nature's Prophet using ulti, collecting gold, anti-mage mana burn. These are my top 3 favorites, and yeah, Liquid, they want to defend this Roshan potentially. Boxy with the buyback. They blow him up.
Oh god. The Faceless Void gets annihilated by Zai.
Not just Faceless Void, Axe as well.
Axe gone, Kuroki.
I don't know if you noticed, there was an Axe, Gary.
No, I didn't see him. Doesn't exist. Ceases to stand on this map, and Boxy jumping in deeper. They lose the chain, the toss in. GH, he brought back the curse. It was decently placed here, but Mickey able to skirt around the edges, and the Yule's up, stops the TP. GH will cold embrace, but only delays his death, allowing the time for Matu to respawn and go back into the pit. What a turnaround play from Zai.
That was such a clutch buyback from Boxy, understanding that they can still take this fight 3 versus 5, and now Vibrant's gonna be dead for a very long time, which means Matu will be picking up Aegis, will be picking up Shards. So look at Insania, casual Grave, just in case. Every single time I say just in case, my brain just works differently. I'm sorry. I see word just in a case. And yeah, Matu getting dunked here, and some symphony of skills. I love some Dota interactions. Yeah, no, go ahead, Gary.
Stop talking about Dota 2. Do you see a briefcase or a suitcase? What kind of case do you see?
It's a briefcase. Yeah,
it's a briefcase. Like a brown leather one, or a black briefcase, or Elder Titan's briefcase.
It's like it's like a gray one. Yeah, that people used in like 70s.
Okay. Okay, so it has like a key lock on it, or does it have the rolling numbers?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have that many details.
Oh, that's sad. Well, at least you know that your just is safe and sound in case.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What's up next for Nigma? Chrono DD Void. Now they see Matu. Blink call to start things off. He is holding Aegis, and that's why Dreamer Cell is very patiently biding his time. The Faceless Void doesn't want to show, doesn't want to jump until he knows where the Batrider is. And they'll show Mickey on that mid lane TPing in. So just a bit of a poke and a prod here on Matu as Dreamer Cell goes in. 2-man Chrono finds the Dazzle. BKB's up and clears through Insania. The curse on the Ursa now as Zai turns on Kuro.
Oh, good Yules.
The Winter Wyvern, so the two supports of Nigma are about to die, but they get the Cold Embrace off in time. Zai comes back in with a bit more magic and pure damage, and Dreamocell, running out of options, has to time walk away. Nigma lose their two supports for only the tiny trade, and Sumail, flame broken, back into the grasps of Matumba Man. The Keeper of Light is fast, but he's not.
Oh, Insania dies in the backlines because he just used the buyback, and they're not going to be able to get Sumail. So not too bad for Team Nigma.
And Dreamocell still wanting to try and play around with him. Matsu does have this Aegis, but mind control. BKB's up. Mickey focus dunked, but no! He survived on 50 health. Now MC back to his high ground. He'll try to retreat. Well, Matsu does have 2 lives at his disposal. Ursa gonna get hit. Any bashes? Dreamocell.
Oh, that's an early enrage.
Just now. No enrage ready. 25-second cooldown and mind control with a blink call. Cold Embrace to keep him alive, and Matsu down.
Matu wishes he had enrage there. Maybe it would make a difference. Maybe Zai would go in and try to help him out because he would be able to get some damage done. But yeah, Nigma Galaxy waiting until he respawns. Perfect timing. Gets clipped by Illuminate into recall, and Insania did buy back in the previous fight and also got caught in the backlines by Axe and Faceless Void, so couldn't get close, couldn't reconnect with the rest of the team. And he's a crucial part because whether we're talking about him using the Shallow Grave, amplifying the healing with it, using the Shadow Wave as well, just doesn't have a shard yet, but that's going to be a big one. That's going to be their way of controlling the Faceless Void, so he needs to be slightly careful. Any big items coming out on Nigma Galaxy? There is... I see Keeper of the Light was trying to go and buy full Lotus Orb. Yeah, not a Lotus Orb, sorry, Lincoln Sphere. So that's going to be a big defensive tool because he does have both Lincolns and Lotus Orb.
Nice.
Faceless Void does have a casual ultimate orb at the moment, and he also wants to get Lincolns.
Okay. Well, they already have so many layers of defense. We've seen these Cold Embraces, the Hand of God mech, the ability to time walk in and out. Nigma are, extending and playing these fights incredibly well against the damage over time that Liquid are bringing. Adding in Lincolns and Lotuses here is only going to increase these fight durations and give them more opportunities for mind control to blink and call and dunk on people. 10 armor already stacked up for him. And this was an Aegis for Liquid that felt like it should have closed the game out. 7k net worth lead, not a massive advantage to have over Nigma at this point. As we get a blink dagger on Zai, so even more initiation to jump in, catch backlines, and timber chain around. While they find Tiny. Boxy sent skywards by his own Ewells. But 5 Nigma Galaxy heroes all there in the bottom jungle under their Observer Ward.
This is a problem. Like, Liquid, they need to kill 3-4 heroes and then hit the towers. Because there's still tier 2 tower on a mid lane. They had 10-12k gold advantage at one point, but they're still unable to push the high ground, which means that they won't be able to close out the game, and Nigma Galaxy will get their items eventually.
Yeah, and this Faceless Void, no joke. 16k net worth, able to do an awful lot of damage if he gets that chrono onto the right targets. And it really is all about vision now. The first jump, who can they catch? They try an attempt into that small camp, but it was an Invis Zai Timbersaw that spotted them out.
He was Invis Zai there, they could not see him. Yeah, you mentioned that Blink Dagger pickup. Right now, running out of slots, does have that Soul Ring that he can use, but mostly relying on Timber Chain to be able to jump between the trees. And Team Nigma, they're still not done. They want to find an opening. Sumail holding the Philly right now, getting some extra gold from it. This is how he manages to stay close to the top, but he had a bit of a rough time. Couple of initiations from the Batrider did set him back.
That's Batrider with Octarine done now as well. Double flame breaks. Liquid's main job right now is keep the waves pushed out, because Nigma, they're the ones hunting and looking for team fights. They feel comfortable to get these jumps, and if they can find Insania like this, a perfect hero to kill, dead for 50, no buyback for 3 minutes. They go for Zai now as well. I mean, do you chrono this Timber Sword? You just go straight in on towards him. Dreamer Cell maybe considering it. Just BKB's up and bashes him down. The central stop. Beautiful chain stuns as they Berserker School Timberman now. Chrono, no, still not going to use it. Winter's Curse instead thrown onto Mickey's bat. Nigma
just to keep him in place.
High ground. Resetting. They're jumping in and out with that reverse time walk. But 2 heroes gone, and Nigma might be thinking, hey, we've got this game in the bag, maybe.
They're really good at, once they group up as 5, having Chen, Wyvern, all this sustain, playing, holding hands together, protecting each other with the Lincoln Spheres, Lotus Orbs, and I'd say Nigma is in full control of this game. Like, they need to be careful about sieging the high ground, of course, Batrider's lasso, the toss back, but Team Liquid, they had their momentum, and you can feel that it has fallen off. Ursa's still on top of the network, but
Avalanche toss. Oh, Dreamer Cell healed up though. Cold Embrace from GH allows the Faceless Void now to keep playing in that bottom lane. That was a really very quick attempt from Boxy. The time walk in, the immediate toss, but not enough to kill the Void. BKB on cooldown for 15 seconds, and he's having Lincoln Sphere placed on him by the Kotl, so he has double Lincolns on the Void.
Double Lincolns plus Lotus Orb. Batrider won't be able to find anything on him, at least, especially if they keep using it. Octarine Core done. Psychic Headband on a Batrider. Still, Nigma respecting that. Roshan, let's see when it's gonna spawn. Minute and 30 seconds.
Where does Liquid go? Because Nigma signaled down that top jungle. Retake outpost, push out top lane, think about the Roche pit. That's the platform they want to try and launch themselves from into the pit. And yeah, Kuro keeps a little Centaur Courser in there to scout things out. Decides he wants the Rumble Hide to go there instead. The tankier scout. Keep the Cloak Aura with him. A DD Rune has spawned down bottom though. Oh, Boxy takes it. Didn't want to allow the Faceless Void to have another DD Chrono. And less than a minute now for Roche as Nigma smoke up once more. They've held on to a lot of these smokes to use, what, 3, 4 in a row?
Yeah, pretty much. They've been stacking them.
Over and over again, looking for the initiation. They see the bat. No commitment.
Interesting.
Tosses
Boxy
the Void.
finds an opening.
Basher, it's there, but the curse and the Cold Embrace delays the move, while Boxy getting blown up by the Illuminate. Now we go in towards Zai. Half HP has the Timber Chain low ground. Boxy dead, but the lasso there, cancelled out by the Chrono. Focus from Dreamer Cell onto the Bat Rider. Down goes Mickey, and Matu in an awful lot of trouble now. Cold Embrace allows Mind Control to stay alive, while Insania does get a grave out, but it's meaningless. Nigma Galaxy have a triple kill on this Faceless Void now, and another jump in from Mind Control, beautifully placed, dunks down Matu, and a team wipes incoming. Zai and Boxy on the run. Dreamer Cell, he's not done.
Oh, Dreamer Cell with the tips.
Dilation, the bash is in, the tip mid-fight, and another team wipe as Nigma clear through Team Liquid.
This game looks very over right now. They don't have what it takes to punch back. Historically, Team Liquid, Team Alliance, before they became Liquid, they struggled in closing out the games. Even when they were 40, 50k gold ahead, this lineup, like, they were 10k gold ahead, but they never able to threaten the towers. And we're gonna see that fight again. Some good chrono placement from Dreamer Cell. Had one really bad one, but understood, like, if I go in and because it feels like they did synergize nicely in terms of who needs to do what. So Dreamer Cell is playing this kind of a bait in the front line, trying to set up for a good call, and also the Team Liquid pushes their buttons, pops their BKBs, because right now it becomes very, very difficult to kill him. He does have that backtrack talent as well. Lotus Orb, we see this double Lincoln Sphere that you mentioned, and Team Liquid, they don't have what it takes to punch back. And also very interesting neutral item choice on Mind Control. He's holding a Blast Rig, which means that you can initiate on Ursa and still not get hit by it. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty similar to, like, when there's a couple of situations where you want to get like Ghost Scepter on X. So you taunt and then you Ghost Scepter so you can't be attacked, and you can see the power of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're chain stunning Matsu right now. A Blink Call into Centaur Stomp, a nice Winter's Curse there to zone out Zai. They've got the Hand of God to heal up the Winter Wyvern. GH, is he going to survive? Doesn't have any spells remaining, so burn in the Firefly duration while MC turning back again. Matsu E-bladed, so can't hit into him. Nice little piggy there. Mind Control with another call, and Dreamocell, he's got the two-man chrono. He finds the Dazzle Timbersaw. Perfect targeting from the Faceless Void, and Matsu, he can't do any damage. There are too many heals. Cold Embrace, Hand of God, mech and all that, keeping these fights going for Nigma. And who was I to doubt the drafting of Kuroki? These long, extended team fights, perfectly executed, and incredible performance from Dreamer.
This is Rampage, Gary.
Give him the Rampage, will ya? Go on, Liquid. The Dazzle must fall. Zai with a flamethrower. Bash down. He's got a grave on him, but Dreamocell.
They're running out of time. I don't think they're getting the Rampage.
He's got it. Give it to him. He's found the Dazzle, the Rampage.
There it is.
Yeah. Double Rampage. Go on. He just needs one more kill. The stand-in. He's not going to get it. Sumail secures that 6th one. As
Sumail really wanted him to have that Rampage, the first one, using Chakra Magic on him, so Dreamocell has his Time Walk and Time Dilation replenished. And yeah, this game looking really over. Team Liquid, they had their moments of brilliance in this game, but never managed to like out damage the healing that they have, because Keeper of the Light with the heals, Chen, Wyvern, those bounces from the Blinding Light, the Force Staffs, Lincoln Spheres, way too many things to focus on. And yeah, I mean, they tried something different. It was a really good Batrider game. It was a great Timbersaw game, but when you combine all these heroes together, it just didn't feel like they synergized nicely.
We can watch it all back. Dreamo Chad going straight on in. So well done by Nigma to separate themselves, get away from the Ursa, cold embracing, chronoing, and following through. And just look how many like Force Staffs and stuff there are, right? People drifting all over the place. Chen and Kotl able to maneuver the axe in and out of the fight, helped out by the cold embrace. And Roshan gonna be in the hands now of Nigma. Aegis and Refresher Shard for the Faceless Void.
And also going for a Refresher Orb for himself. Does have enough mana to actually use all of these things, plus a Chronosphere. Level 26. And he's having a perfect game. Pretty similar first game against TSM FTX when he popped off on Lone Druid. Dreamocell looking like a nice fit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it really does. And it's nice also to see the expansion of his hero pool, right? You know, the first series we were a little worried. Lone Druid. What else is he going to play? And now bringing out another couple and looking incredibly hot on his Faceless Void. Indonesian pride being shown off here at ESL 1 Malaysia. Another tier 3 down. Liquid going to have another attempt. Buyback-wise, Batrider is the only Radiant hero to have it available. So it feels like Mika is going to be that one hero to jump in, try and bait a fight. So very difficult to do against this Nigma side, though. And Faceless Void straight to the high ground. They jump Matsu. The grave from Dazzle again, very early here from Insania. And Winter's Curse turned around onto the Wyvern, but nobody really there to do that much physical damage to him. Does put the E on disc while Mickey is jumping into the back, aiming for the Wyvern, and a fight split 3 ways again. Moving them back towards the fountain, they're trying to bring down Dreamocell, but another 2-man chrono, taking down Tiny, and the Batrider, yes, he's graved, but how long will he really survive? Dreamocell refreshes, goes in again, aims for Insania, finds the Dazzle, and Matsu down and out. Even with the Enrage up, he's gonna be dropped low, not dead just yet, and Zai, good damage onto Kuro, but they've still got enough left in the tank here. Nigma can keep on fighting. Matsu will shred the Chen, but they can't contend with Mind Control and Dreamocell. Zai gonna have to chain away. Maybe Matsu can. Maybe Matsu can contend with him. He's got the Solar Bind on him, and the Blink Call in again.
Gets called.
MC, blasted down. E-Blade makes short work of the Teddy Bear, and Zai, he's bashed up mid-chain. The Timbersaw and the Batrider drifting around with their Force Staffs and Timber Chains, but Nigma will dunk down another.
Man, I was watching Dream ESL throughout this whole fight, and he can do whatever the hell he wants. 21 and 15. He's all over the place. He keeps jumping. He knows that they can't focus him down.